Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a July, August, September preview for you. The full moon in Capricorn is resonating right now, and this is emphasizing the energy of really prioritizing the most essential elements, steps required to move forward into a generally new direction. This new direction you may have been pulling together during the new moon in Capricorn in January of this year. So that was a flurry of activity to pull something together, to get something going. And I believe you are now in a place of having simplified and looked at only the most essential parts of what is going to fuel your success in some endeavor. So let's start with July. In the beginning of July, the Page of Pentacles describes you as starting something new, learning something new, and moving at your own pace. This is not rushed. This is not leisurely. But it is not rushed. It is methodical and deliberate. This feels like some kind of a new practice, something that you are regularly participating in or engaging in order to get something started. This can be an actual or a literal plan, but I feel like you're at the early stages of a plan you've already created. So something new here is occurring, a new project, a new business, a new skill that you're practicing consistently, regularly, deliberately. And towards the end of July, the Seven of Wands describes, wow, really having gained in the sense of purpose, that this new practice or skill is intentionally for you, that you've manifested this opportunity to really stand up in your own presence, your own practice, to be who you are uniquely from others, and to eliminate all the distractions that may inhibit your ability to become a master of this particular path or skill. So let's clarify with 3 cards. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Ooh, wow, lovely cards. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is talking about this as an opportunity for abundance. And I think you know that. As the Page of Pentacles, you're doing something that's practical. This is a literal skill. This can be craft related. This can be helping, healing, building related. But this is a pathway to abundance, to prosperity, to stability and security. Not just for you, but for those that you're working with. And with the Knight of Pentacles here, you're picking up the pace a little bit. I feel as though you are rounding up others like you to help you grow something that you're creating, to help reinforce a practice. Perhaps you're even in the position of teaching others or organizing others in some kind of way, almost not like a union, but I'm getting a feeling like that, becoming a band of practitioners or small business or some skill that you are collectively learning together and supporting each other to do so. And this is leading you all to some kind of livelihood or improvement of professional skills or practices. And this is part of building towards a healing community. This is very clear. You're putting in you've created and are continuing to build the practical skills, the tangible tools that will contribute to a community, an organization of people like you or a collection of people like you that are all moving towards sharing resources, Perhaps this is some kind of a workers' co-op or some kind of collective role in which everybody shares resources, exchanges tools, shares information. You teach each other new skills. You talk about your practices throughout a period of time and learn collectively from those. Something like that is establishing itself in July, and I must say, getting some really incredible results. All of this work that you're doing as a team is to change something, to improve the well-being of something, to elevate the opportunities for a community to heal. So this can be literally a healing practice, as I keep saying. This can be around anything that heals people. This can be about food preparation, growing food, medical support, or physical healing of some sort, most likely alternative. So in August, the beginning of August, the Four of Swords, interesting. Remember that in the Northern Hemisphere, August tends to look like the height of summer. In many cultures in the West, everybody takes an August vacation, and businesses are actually closed down during that time so that people are forced out on retreat. So that kind of goes along with this particular card. In the Southern Hemisphere, of course, this is winter, and this would be closer to the center of winter. I won't say the dead of winter. We don't say that about summer. We say the dog days of summer, but this is you really stepping back and really surveying the path that got you here. And there's so much gratitude that you're appreciating in the opportunities that you're now participating in. This is really recognizing that all the hardship was worth it, and that you've actually created, in concert with the community, a whole new spiritual or cultural foundation for yourself and for this community that you're a part of. In the end of August, the Knight of Swords, how interesting. So now I see you getting enough distance from the work that you've been doing, the practices that you're building, the community you're building, in order to analyze it, look at it more truthfully, look at options and opportunities, looking at conversations that will open you, your group, up to new ideas, looking for the truth, the value from a space of having accomplished something. And really, it's almost like analyzing the data. How many people have been involved, what the work has required, what has been the impact, is there a success rate that you want to discuss, but what are the conversations that arise out of the work you do? Are you taking care of yourselves in a good way? So this is interesting. I see you leading a kind of curiosity about the work you're doing in order to advance more innovative opportunities, more alternative techniques. You can do it any way you want to do it. And that's the beauty of the swords. So I'm going to clarify with 3 cards. And at least one dropped. That's the Hermit, the 6 of Swords, and the Empress. Lovely. You're already in this mode of deeply understanding how you have arrived where you are, what you've learned, and how to move forward with the greatest integrity. You are the authority here. It feels as though if you're not the leader, you're certainly a central advisor to a group of others that you are currently organizing with or around. And this is deeply affecting your own personal recovery. You've actually come to understand the things that you have to cut out, let go of, surrender to, in order to accept some of the experiences that have been difficult, some of the ways in which you've moved away from being invisible, ways in which you couldn't contribute to finding solutions among a group. And this piece is also about acceptance, the acceptance of your power. And there's a kind of a current here where your efforts at working with others focus so much on the service and the advantages of working together that you are reacquainting yourself now with the experiences of your own empowerment. So you are taking more of a leadership role in whatever project or practice that you are promoting here, that you're participating in. You're balancing out not only your ability to make this work because you can, you know how it works, you know what to do, understand how this can function. You're very aligned with those you're working with, but you're very clear on your distinct contribution. And so you're not only doing the work, but you're accepting the recognition for the work that you're doing. You're allowing yourself to be appreciated, loved, celebrated, honored. And this may be it's very familiar to you, the process, this balance that you're achieving within yourself, because this is a balance you've been practicing throughout your life. As a Libra, you're here to understand this balance, equity, fairness. What goes around comes around, participation, karma at a certain level. But the balance is now deeply internalized in the most positive way. This is about the rightness of and the effectiveness of the work that you're able to do. In the beginning of September, the Queen of Wands, here you are, daughter of the Empress, really so clear about what it is you want, so confident that you actually are in a position now to magnetize what you want to you. Others are completely inspired and motivated by your determination to get this done. This is a very erotic charge, as in the sense that the sensual qualities of the natural world, you exhibit those in your clarity, in your determination, in your creative will to be able to project that out and to have others respond, to want to be a part of what you're creating. At the end of September, we have the Knight of Wands. So here you are in action mode. So the two knights here, one is you analyzing, thinking, discussing what you've created, what you want to create. Here you are moving forward. You're heading up the charge. You continue to explore the possibilities that exist. Perhaps you're growing your network and resources to build this practice. Excuse me. Sinuses, allergies. So I'm clarifying, wow. The Strength card, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So September is looking like a way that you're really utilizing this sense of empowerment, this pulling in, this consistency that no matter what the circumstances are, you are practicing and participating in the world according to your faith in what it is you're doing, your belief that what you're doing is powerful and important. that part of that faith means that you're willing to help others that are looking for their strength, looking for how to do this in a way that is contributing to the group, that is achieving the ends of the practice. You're never too busy to help someone else because people are looking to you as a model. But you understand that as you found your strength, as you understand the power of inner strength, this is not being loud, this is not being the boss, you're just one of the workers here, but others come to you for support with finding what their gift is, the gift of theirs that will contribute to this effort. But this is all part of consistent work, the discipline that's required to build this material, secure, and stable foundation on which you will prosper. The work that you're doing in September feels like it continues to be not only a perfection or a advancement of your skill set, your craft, or your practice, but it's also self-preparation, the improvement of all those aspects of who you are as a person in alignment with best practices. And that is all so that you are best prepared for the opportunities that you know are coming. Naturally, in relation to this establishment of a firm foundation, you're also very cautious. And I feel like this has something to do with the idea that your ego can easily be stroked. The Queen of Wands lacks no pretense of display. It is unapologetic creative will that she exudes. And that can lead to, or necessitate, I should say, a solid base in reality, a solid practice, solid principles, ways in which you are determined that this will be abundant, this will be profitable, this can lead to wealth, not just wealth for you, but wealth for those that participate. Well-being is also a goal that is important and essential to this work that you're doing. So I'm going to finish this reading with a crystal oracle, and out pops the opal, one of my favorites. I believe that is the one, at least, of the birth stones of Libra, if I'm not wrong. Keyword is joy. My soul sings and dances to the vibration of joy. What a beautiful reading, Libra. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your comments. Until next time, namaste.